For residential and commercial construction services you can trust, call Delta Contracting and Design Incorporated in Strattonville today at 814-764-5506. Or if it's concrete and excavating work you need done, then call Ace Concrete and Excavating at 814-764-5551. More on both Delta Contracting and Design and Ace Concrete and Excavating can be found at delcondesign.com. That's DELCON design.com. As you approach retirement, it is important to accumulate assets and build a financial plan that can sustain your lifestyle during your golden years. While calculating the cost of your changing income needs can be daunting, our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap for the future. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 814-223-9990 or visit JanneyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC. Looking for affordable auto, home, and life insurance? Look no further than Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency in Clarion and Meadville. At the David Jones Agency, you get personalized attention from someone who lives where you do. The David Jones Agency meets you where you are. They are available during regular business hours, Monday through Friday at their office, via appointment at the office after hours, or remotely. The David Jones Agency also offers investment opportunities, including annuities and IRAs. The David Jones Agency can be reached in Clarion at 814-223-4000 and in Meadville at 814-337-5107. Buying, selling, or building a home? Then call Burford and Henry Real Estate today at 814-227-7355. For more than 15 years, Burford and Henry Real Estate Realtors have been ready to help you in your next property search. They are also the #1 agency selling more homes in the region than anyone else. And with their Showcase Homes divisions, their expert consultants can help you with building the home of your dreams. Check out Burford and Henry online at burfordandhenry.com. Burford and Henry Real Estate Services, something different. Yeah, Chris Rossetti here with Jess Quinn and Jesse Frank from DuBois Central Catholic on another edition of the Janney Montgomery Scott in Clarion QR Coaches Chalkboard live post-game show after DuBois Central Catholic defeats Port Allegany 54-30 in the District 9 Class 1A quarterfinals. Jordy Frank led the way here. Jess, how many points did she have?
15 points.
15 points. And Jesse, just talk a little bit about, first of all, moving into the semifinals. How exciting this is for you guys?
We've worked really hard all season to get to this point, and we're glad to get the seed that we got because we played a tough schedule specifically to get there, and we just wanted to come into this game going strong and not being on our heels.
That first half was a really physical first half, lots of fouls both ways. Talk about how you guys were able to adjust maybe a little better than Port was to how the game was called.
We just had to fight through it. That's what our coaches always tell us when we get into tough battles like that. Not let it get to our heads. I feel like we were better with that than they were, and that's what really kept us ahead.
And then in the second half, what was the message at halftime? Because you guys had, it was like a 6-point game early there in the third quarter, and then it turns into a 24-point blowout. So what was the message at halftime from Coach Hoover?
I think that like over halftime, we always like make or break our game. So we knew we had to go out strong since it was still close. And I really think we did a good job with that. And that's what won it for us.
You know what? I'm looking in that third quarter, and Berta had 2 huge threes. What kind of a lift did that give your team? See it, because one shot she hit in the corner, she didn't celebrate, she didn't anything, she just walked this. Cool as the other side of the pillow is what I said on the broadcast. She just walked up the court. Talk about the confidence that gave your team.
Yeah, she's a really hard worker. She's worked on her shot forever, and she's really clutch, and like she doesn't get nervous over anything, and she always shows up when we need the most.
Talk about the defensive effort from your guys tonight. That really was a major key in you being able to win that, and I thought rebounding was the 2 keys.
Yeah, I think Kaylee and Marina really did a great job hustling on defense, and Faith pulled down a bunch of rebounds today. And I think it was overall a really good team effort.
Onto the semifinals. You don't quite know yet whether you're playing Otto Eldred or Northern Powder. We're going to maybe think it's going to be Otto Eldred. What are you guys going to have to do to win a game against a quality opponent?
I think we just have to keep playing our game and playing with confidence, because the more confident we are, the better we'll shoot and finish. And I think we're just best when we're having fun, so we just need to go in there looking to win. This is Jessie Frank, and she was the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg Player of the Game. She gets a T-shirt from the Allegheny Grill. Show everybody the T-shirt.
Make our sponsors happy. Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jesse, and good luck in the semifinals next week.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So we're now going to bring on Jordan Hoover, the head coach of the winning DuBois Central Catholic Lady Cardinals here as we are on the Janney Montgomery Scott in Clarion QR code coach's chalkboard show. And Jordan, your coach's chalkboard at halftime between the foul trouble and the fact the game was so close. What was your chalkboard adjustments?
Kind of what you just said. We were talking about, I thought we were doing everything fairly well, other than I thought we were panicked and we were reaching too much. We bailed out a lot of shooters. I thought we played decent initial defense in the first half. I know we got to the halftime with 9 fouls, and I thought a lot of them were fouls that were silly fouls. I mean, I don't mind some of the aggressive ones, but some of them were putting them on the line on quite frankly shots that most likely weren't going in. So that was probably the top priority message. And then the secondary message was just offensive patience. We wanted to get into a lot of pick and roll action, and we didn't do a good job of when we would. Sometimes we didn't break their pressure because they did a really good job early in that game. But even when we did break it, we never really got into stuff. So the 2 messages at halftime were pretty simple. It was stop reaching on defense and offensive patience, both of which I thought that the kids responded pretty well to.
After losing this round at home last year, how excited are you to be moving on to the semifinals?
Yeah, I think that all the preparation we did, we foresaw hopefully getting here. Last year we were obviously disappointed at this point in the season. Right now we feel really good about being in a semifinal and having played a good basketball game. We just want to keep putting together good performances, and we've been doing that recently for the most part. And I thought tonight was another step.
Here comes Brady. Brady, turn around, Brady.
Interview. You're gonna.
Hey, Brady, turn around.
Turn around and wave.
You can wave.
This is Jordan's #1 fan, his son Brady.
All right.
All right.
Now you can get some shots off. All right. So.
But, Coach, coming into the game, it looked like really wanted to dominate on the glass, get a defensive rebound, and look to push the pace. Is that what you looked at coming in? That could be, something that could.
We thought that was. We think that we like to do that anyways. And I thought that was a matchup where we obviously wanted to just keep pushing tempo all night, regardless. And sometimes it got a little helter skelter, but we thought in the long run we could wear them down. Some of that had to do with the fact that we got out rebounded in our last game so bad, and it became such a practice emphasis for us. So it was kind of a combination of factors, but we kind of thought that creeps up as sort of like our boogeyman, if you will, as a reason that we would lose a game. And I think we addressed it pretty well coming into tonight. So it was an emphasis for a couple of different reasons.
Jordan, talk about the schedule you guys play. I mean, there were some people whose eyebrows raised when you guys were in the 4 seed over a 19-3, and I think you really showed that schedule you played really battle tested you for this.
Yeah, I think sometimes some of those frustrations that are formed, and we thought we maybe could have won a few more games to the schedule, but realistically coming into the year, we didn't think we were going 20-2 with that schedule. But I've constantly sold the message to the kids that we want to not even just compete for this year. We're trying to build a program and get to that next level, and we have to take those steps along the way. But honestly, some of those frustrations bring your issues to light, and I think that we've been able to address some of those issues that we have because you play a really good team like a Red Bank or a Punxsutawney, and you're like, wow, we have to get better at this. And I think the kids have kind of bought into it and understood what I was doing. And I mean, obviously they're seeing the rewards of it being in the semifinals. We have a lot of work to do getting to where we want to go. But the reason we scheduled is we thought we would be at this level. And I'm happy that we did it now that you see the results of it. I think that we were definitely prepared coming into tonight.
Jordan, thanks for joining us here on the Janney Montgomery Scott in Clarion QR Coaches Chalkboard Show. When Jess and I come back, we will be taking a look at some of the other things that happen around District 9 tonight. We'll be back after these messages.
For residential and commercial construction services you can trust, call Delta Contracting and Design Incorporated in Strattonville today at 814-764-5506. Or if it's concrete and excavating work you need done, then call Ace Concrete and Excavating at 814-764-5551. More on both Delta Contracting and Design and Ace Concrete and Excavating can be found at delcondesign.com. That's DELCON design.com.
As you approach retirement, it is important to accumulate assets and build a financial plan that can sustain your lifestyle during your golden years. While calculating the cost of your changing income needs can be daunting, our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap for the future. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 814-223-9990 or visit JanneyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC. Looking for affordable auto, home, and life insurance? Look no further than Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency in Clarion and Meadville. At the David Jones Agency, you get personalized attention from someone who lives where you do. The David Jones Agency meets you where you are. They are available during regular business hours, Monday through Friday at their office, via appointment at the office after hours, or remotely. The David Jones Agency also offers investment opportunities, including annuities and IRAs. The David Jones Agency can be reached in Clarion at 814-223-4000 and in Meadville at 814-337-5107. Buying, selling, or building a home? Then call Burford & Henry Real Estate today at 814-227-7355. For more than 15 years, Burford & Henry Real Estate Realtors have been ready to help you in your next property search. They are also the #1 agency selling more homes in the region than anyone else. And with their Showcase Homes divisions, their expert consultants can help you with building the home of your dreams. Check out Burford & Henry online at burfordandhenry.com. Burford & Henry Real Estate Services, something different.
Back here at DuBois Central Catholic High School on the QR code. Coach's Chalkboard brought to you by Janney Montgomery Scott and Clarion. Yes, we know DCC won here tonight. North Clarion showing that no Lily Holman, no problem. A 16-point win over Ridgeway. Brooke Steinman steps up with 11 points. Lauren Lutz with 10, but it was a team effort for Terry Dryhops. She-Wolves. Any surprise there?
It really surprised me, and that no disrespect to anybody, the McFarland girls or Lutz or anybody on North Clarion's team, but as the season had gone on, I mean, Lily Homan was a huge part of their offense, and for North Clarion to score 49 points against a Ridgeway team who is obviously playoff, and am I going that way or that way?
That way, Jess. Sorry. Oh no, yeah. Okay, we're having trouble here with the camera, folks.
Okay,
there we go.
Anyway, like I was saying, not knowing what you're going to expect because she was a huge part of their offense. As the season went on, she became a bigger part, and they're without her for the playoffs. And I tell you what, kudos to Coach Dryhop, kudos to those girls, kudos to the program to step up and get a win like that is huge. It's a confidence builder for that team to know that they can win a playoff game and probably win another without Lily Homan.
No question. And now they're going to, face Elk County Catholic to beat Clarion. Should be a pretty good game at the end of the day. And no real surprise that Elk County Catholic took down Clarion. I think we all kind of knew that this was a young Clarion team that was in the playoffs more for experience than with any real thoughts of winning a district title. They will get an opportunity to get into that consolation round, though, and play a Ridgeway probably, or and have maybe an opportunity.
Yeah, and looking at Clarion, they really had a very, very young team, and talking with Coach Heater, he wanted to get them to the playoffs, wanted to get them that experience. And looking at ACC, we probably figured that would be a win for ACC coming into that game. You got to play the game and do those things. But looking down the road, I'm really excited for this playoff run. And like you said, they take 5 teams single A, so it's going to be exciting. I mean, Clarion could, win a berth in the state playoffs and get more experience down the road.
Switching gears to the boys AA game, Otto Elgin just all over Kerwinsville, beat them by 30. Game was supposed to be played yesterday, got delayed because of the weather. They'll now play Ridgeway. Let's talk more about that Ridgeway Otto game and how, my goodness, the styles are just so contrary.
It's amazing, having coached against that Ridgeway style where they're happy to score. They're happy to win the tip, win by 2, and then play great defense and win 2-0. They really, really are. And then you look at the Otto style. They want to rebound and they just want to run the floor, run the floor, run the floor. They also put a lot of pressure on the ball. They have quick hands, quick feet. So that is going to be a very exciting game between Otto and Ridgeway.
Then St. Mary's defeated Clearfield on the girls' side in 4A. They'll play Punxsutawney in a championship game. Played them twice this year. It hasn't worked out real well for St. Mary's in either of those. That Punxsy squad's a juggernaut.
They really, really are. They're just so talented up and down the bench. They remind me a lot of that Red Bank team that we saw that's in the AA. They no matter who they put in on the floor, no matter who they bring in off the bench, they can score, they can play defense, they can rebound, they can shoot, they can do all of the things well. So it's very exciting watching or wanting to get to see that Punxsutawney team as they move into the playoffs.
A bunch of games tomorrow. Single A boys quarterfinals. I'll be here for the game between DuBois Central Catholic and Keystone. You'll be doing some game managing up at the Clarion Union game. Also, you've got Elk County Catholic. They're playing the A seed, and why am I having trouble with the A seed right now?
The 8 is. I'm having trouble with it too, Chris. I can't even remember. AC?
No. Smethport.
Smethport's
the 8 seed.
Okay. I was going to say, I couldn't remember.
I was completely brain freezing there on who the 8 seed was.
It's
there.
been a long day,
Yeah,
right?
It has been a long day. Anyhow, is there a game that you're looking most forward to tomorrow?
I just love the fact that we're at this time of year. It's very, very exciting. I'm looking at the game that I'm going to be at.
What about the 5-4 game between Johnsonburg and Cameron County?
I tell you what, very similar styles the two teams play. Again, it's going to be who's going to be able to impose their will on the other. The game that I'm going to be at, the Clarion Union
that was
game,
a 4-point game last time.
it was a 4-point game last time. Plus the way that Union, played against CL, who was the KSAC championship and KSAC champion, probably could have easily won that game. They're up 3 with just a few seconds left, and then Jack Callan took over that game for the CL Lions. However, if Union comes out and plays with that tenacity, with that intensity, they're going to give Clarion all that they can handle tomorrow night.
Yeah, and the game here between Keystone and DuBois, Central, I think DuBois Central's the favorite, but Keystone's big, physical, and athletic. Now, they haven't been healthy together very much this year, but if they're healthy together tomorrow, it's going to be a battle.
I tell you what, we did the Keystone Montauk game where they came out. It was close early on, but then Keystone just really took it to Montauk. And then I turn around and they get sick. They have a couple injuries. They lose to a game that they really weren't expecting to lose, but that's why they had a lot of injuries. They had a bunch of guys that were ill. When they're on their game and coached by Greg Heath, they're a formidable opponent, and you can't sleep on them. My nod would be to DCC. However,
Andrew Green, Luke Swisher, they're physical, they're athletic
they're
too.
tough.
Merrick Hoyt, it's a lot of good talent there
A lot
as well.
of athleticism.
Well, folks, until tomorrow, this will be it for our coaches show tonight. The Janney Montgomery Scott in Clarion QR code coaches chalkboard show. Special thanks to Jordan Hoover and Jesse Frank of DuBois Central Catholic for joining us tonight. Special thanks to you, Jess. We're going to try maybe a remote thing, Jess, where we get on with you tomorrow night from Clarion. I'll try to be on here. I'd see if I can talk somebody into coming on with me down here as well. So
I'll tell you what, that would be fantastic. I'm looking forward to it, Chris.
Well, folks, thanks again for joining us tonight, both on our broadcast and on the Janney Montgomery Scott QR code Coaches Chalkboard Show. Good night.